Hello, this is Greg Maddox again. We're Some of us are doing some videos. I put a couple on YouTube, and as I'm doing that, one of the fellows that I go to church with, he did his testimony, and it's quite profound. And a big part of what my calling is, and that upon thousands of others across the world, is to be a witness. Like I said, to be a witness, to have a testimony. So I decided I'm going to share my personal testimony with you. I'm going to try to make it brief, but without some detail about how I got to the point I was at, who I was, what had happened to me, that helped to form the young man that I was at the time I got saved. I got saved on was April 14th, 1976. I was 19 years old, and to bring you up to speed there with my life, basically, I, like a lot of people, were going the way of the world, and as a young man, I was enticed to get involved with, a little drinking, a little smoking dope, you know, just worldliness, infidelity. It was a generation. It wasn't the love child hippie generation. We were after that. I graduated high school in 1975. We were the party animals. We were the generation of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So early on, I thought that that's what I wanted to pursue, and so I was doing some of those things in my life, kind of on a lightweight level, up until I was about 17 years old. I had an older brother who was 15 months older than me, and he committed suicide, took his own life. Devastating. That's a whole thing in itself, but completely devastating. Sent me into a downward spiral that I just couldn't come out of. I remember riding with my dad in the truck, and everybody it was devastating to the whole family. And I was like, I had no direction. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't deal with it. So I told my dad, I said, well, what do I do now? What do we do now? What do I do now? And my dad's answer was, he's doing the best he could, trying to handle the death of his first son and all that, just devastating. So he just said, well, hey, Greg, all we can do is just, pick up and just go on, carry on, And I remember telling him, looking out the window, listening to what he was saying intently, and looking for maybe some help, some insight, and just pick up and carry on. Life goes on. We gotta move on. I said, man, I don't know how to do that. And that's the last time I ever mentioned it to him. But my life just went to smoking weed every day, drinking alcohol extensively every day. Basically, that ruining my high school years, and athletics were gone. That just become. So I was truly a teenage alcoholic, drinking every day. My parents, of course, didn't know this. So then I had I had a favorite aunt. She was a good person. She didn't drink, cuss, smoke, anything like that. She just was a good aunt, a lot of fun. My favorite aunt, right? And she gets sick and with cancer and dies within like 4 months. And I was just like, man, how's that happen? My brother, a good guy, much better than me in how he was towards other people. And you know what I mean? Just a better brother, a better person. I was selfish and conceited, and it was all about me, is everything that pertained to me. And my aunt, man, didn't do anything wrong. And, dead. Just didn't understand it. Kids the people that we lived next door to him when I was born. His father, they were about my age, 2 boys. Their dad passed away from alcohol, and he was like 38 years old. They lost their dad, and all this stuff was having an impact on me, and I was just thinking about, I had a lot of questions, and just drowning them with alcohol and drugs. Well, I'm going to get to a point here and stop this because we're already at 6 minutes. So I'm going to stop it kind of in the middle, and I'll pick it up and do another 6 or 7 minute video. Okay. So to end this section up, all of that was leading me to a place in my life. I had no idea that's where I was headed. I wasn't seeking God. I was not seeking God. If I was, I was oblivious to it. Okay? I had no idea that this would be seeking God. But God was gonna do a mighty, mighty thing in my life that I had no idea it was gonna happen. Okay? 7 minutes. I'm gonna let it go from there, and I will do another one, and we'll put it on Facebook or YouTube. Thank you.